Alright, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mawad coming to you again on the highway and the byway, bringing on this gospel of the truth, to edify the hopefully left of the Ashura, the angel, so-called blacks and Americans and Latinos, to warn the 2/3 of our people of the impending judgment of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, to bring on great Babylon in America. It's always a pleasure to let Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, know there's a countdown for the end of your wicked rulership. Before we get started here, let's turn the East, give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and teachers all listen to Apostle of Great Millstone, likewise, by the Spirit of the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep of you, brothers and sisters. Tuning in, Shalom. All right, once again, so we know the latest thing there with that, what took place out there in, what's that place? The tribe of Asher. Okay, their government just got put down. Okay, taken out by Esau, the Edomite, so-called white man, who's right now, speaking smooth words of building their economy, sharing the wealth with the people of Venezuela. This is the same doggone man, not too long ago, was calling you Venezuelans criminals. Criminals. That's what he was saying that was coming across the border. Criminals. So this is a double-minded man, okay? And he's always crooked in all his ways, and this is why he can never be trusted. But of course, our people are never going to listen. But let's talk about Esau for a second here, because Esau represents nothing but wickedness. The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, represents nothing but pure evil and pure wickedness. But what he's doing is actually a good thing, because guess what? He's getting closer to the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip that you people ignore as you're driving your metal coffin out here on the highway and the byway, thinking that you got shit together, which y'all don't have y'all shit together, okay? And leading in that, when he gets his way with the NWO, and he thinks that his system is working, the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to crash his party. But let's go into Ecclesiastes 8, and starting with verse 11, it reads, "Of course, sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil." So as long as this man is not being put in this place, because you had a bold word that came out of his mouth. What did he say? Okay, they're going, if Iran don't stop persecuting their protesters, that they're going to intervene militarily. Okay, how the hell you can be a hypocrite about that when you have protesters out here demonstrating out here on the highway and the byway? Okay, starting from the 1960s when you had the so-called Negroes and Latinos and Hispanics out there demonstrating for equal rights. Okay, what did y'all do? Y'all did the exact same thing that what they're doing over there in Iran. Y'all spray hose Jakes. Y'all put the dogs on Jakes. Y'all incarcerated Jakes. Y'all beat Jakes down. Okay, so this man is a complete and absolute doggone hypocrite, man. How the hell you can go into another man's kingdom, okay, and tell him what the hell to do and what is right when you are not doing right in your own doggone kingdom? And the reason why he can be that bold is because he hasn't been put in this doggone place yet. And Esau is not going to get put in this place by any mere military force on this earth. It's going to take that angelic force, okay, that's going to be led by the Mashiach, Yahushai, who the word he called Jesus, that's going to come down and check this doggone cracker. All right? And we can't wait for that day to come for him to put this doggone man down. It reads, "Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear power, which fear before him." Okay? So, let me give you an example of this. You will see people like Betty White, Bob Hope, all these doggone wicked-ass Edomites. Smoke cigarette every doggone day, snort coke, whatever the hell they doggone doing. Live as wicked as possible. Live to be 100 years. Yet still Jake. If you're a male, you barely can live to be 65 years old. If you live to be 75 years old as a Jake male, okay, that's considered old, okay? Because we have all kinds of issues through the curses. We live in poverty, so our food or our nutritional value or the nutritional value of our food is non-existent. Even before they start tampering with the food right now, okay, which right now everybody's being impacted by it, but we are under such a curse. The fact that we can even, being 60 years old as a Hebrew Israelite man, especially as a so-called Negro, that's considered old. That's considered old. But at the end of the day, this is Esau's time. This is Esau's blessing. We're not mad at Esau anymore in regards to what he has. You know, how he shows off, how he brags about his prosperity. Okay? This is because we understand right now, these are the things that this man's supposed to be. This is what he's all about. He's supposed to be boasting about his power. What he said, he went down in Venezuela, and they quickly went through and discarded or basically took over that compound and took Madero, okay, hostage. Basically, that's what it is. It's hostage. All right. He's supposed to brag about his unstoppable force, okay, the United States military. And we know through the scriptures, Yahweh Shai is going to, you know, bring down that pride. Okay, we can't wait to see it. Let's go into continue. It says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before power. So they don't fear power, man. Okay? They don't fear power. You see right now, pursuing the Deuteronomy 30 and 7, what do you see going on right now? These Edomites, they're very pretentious. They're still trying to live up that life of what they had prior to 2020. Okay, when there was forced vaccine everybody. All right? And a lot of them bowed the knee, okay, to that mandate. All for what? They still broke. Their towns are right now being torn apart because the one factory that was sustaining all everybody's economic value is now, those factories are closing down. Hey, we brought out the scripture. We tell you there will be no work for Egypt. What do you mean? The Lord worked in very mysterious ways. Okay? So he put the spirit of greed in these corporations so that they can continue to always seek more and more and more. Remember, roughly paraphrasing, if grape gathers come, would they not leave a gleam of grape? Okay, Esau's not in that spirit, okay, of sharing. He's not in the spirit of caring. You think that they went down to Venezuela to go and liberate the oil so that they can distribute it to the poor down there? You people's lives down in Venezuela is about to turn for the worse. Okay? For the worse. What the hell are y'all celebrating out here in the doggone streets for? Y'all know this man, okay, he answers to nobody on this earth because he don't believe in a higher power. And he's also telling you that he's the higher power, especially when they come up with this AI. As they're right now, okay, building these data centers all across Great Babylon, America, and this earth to bring out 6G. And the thing about these data centers, everywhere that they build these data centers, suddenly the water bill for people is going up by 5-folds. Okay, the electricity is going up by 5-folds because they're passing on the cost to you. If these data centers are also, these data centers, I think they say they take about what equates about 1 trillion watts or something like that to operate them. Basically, you need a nuclear power plant to run these data centers. Okay, so if they're running on a regular grid, expect to see a lot of blackouts. Okay, and what they're doing. Okay, and I'm going to speak for El Paso itself. Okay, there's no doubt that they have turned around, or Meta, okay, which is basically Facebook, okay, has paid out the leaders here to build data centers out here, which only will employ about 100 people, and those people who they say that they will employ an architect, okay, engineer. We're talking top of the line people right there. It's not some Joe Schmo, dumb ass out of community college or some state university or something like that, who's just trying to learn how to do coding. That's stuff that's not the skill set that can be needed for those data centers. All right, because it's supposed to be an autonomous thing, so it's actually not going to do any good. And people around here complaining about $2.30 gas price, okay, which is chump change when you compare to what it's cost in California and some of these other places. Wait till they see gas price, electricity, and all that shit start to go up when they build those data centers. All right? So the people in rulership, they tend not to really think about the poor. All they think about is themselves. If they get their hands greased, screw the rest of the people. All right? And Esau is the same way too. He's all about doing the wrong thing. He's not about the people. These are the people that the earth was given to. The Lord Yahweh gave the earth to the so-called white man. And take a look at the earth right now. All you people you're overweight, you're obese, you have heart problem, okay, you have all kinds of mental issues, okay? You people don't know where you're coming or going. Y'all are just like a bunch of damn drones just just drawn like Frankenstein. Like I wouldn't even insult Frankenstein, the monster with that. I mean, y'all basically a doggone, just like a doggone zombie, man. You people are like zombies. Okay? You have no clue because y'all all still asleep in this slumber that some way, somehow, Great Babylon America is going to rise out of the ashes of destruction, okay, and become great again. No, it's not going to become great again. All right? This is Proverbs 21 and verse 12. Let me tell you how we look at, how we, as the men of the Lord, how we look at everything, because we don't just simply take the devil's word for it, okay? This is Proverbs 12. This is Proverbs 21 and verse 12. It reads, "The righteous man wisely consider the house of the wicked, the power overthrow the wicked for their wickedness." So one thing we do know is what? Okay, we do consider the house of the wicked. Okay? The house of the wicked. And the house of the wicked are these governments, starting with those doggone Amalekites over there in Israel, in the state of Israel, because that's not the kingdom of Israel. The kingdom of Israel belongs to the righteous, which are the so-called blacks and the Americans and Latinos. Okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Those are the 12 tribes. So what we have a bunch of doggone phony-ass kites over there, sitting over there in our land, which the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to clean that land before we actually go there. Use their firepower. Because we have proven them, you know, this whisper from Russia that if the Trump regime attack Iran because they want to get into other man's business, okay? Other people's or other nations or other tribes' business. They attack Iran, they're going to go after Israel. And that's prophecy. We are waiting for that, okay? There's nothing more than we would like to see, okay? It's for you know, the Medes and their allies to go up against Great Babylon America and its allies, which Great Babylon America, is the whore, is not even going to have any allies when the time comes. All right? But it says, the righteous man can wisely consider the house of the wicked, but power overthrow the wicked for their wickedness, so they're going to be overthrown, so we don't concern ourselves over there. Everything that has to go, everything that has to come past, whether it's good or bad, okay, we can accept it. The Mashiach told us, okay, some of us are going to be beheaded, okay, for his name's sake. Some of us are going to be thrown into prison for his name's sake, okay. People are going to jeer, they laugh, they scorn, okay? And everybody's going to be in that mood, okay? Or screw you, you guys are just angry Negroes. Until this doggone devil start marching to your city with the tanks, okay? Kick your doggone door down and you start starving, okay? I see that's a proud look you get from these doggone people. Here these people, they're so freaking weak. The men are weak like doggone, I don't even know how can you describe these men, because they're not even men. They're not even men, they're led by animals. They're led by doggone a fat old beast bitch that is out of order, okay? You men are not watchmen, man. Y'all ain't kings. Y'all don't operate the mentality of a king. You're looking for little soft handouts. Show mercy on me, white. Show mercy on me, white man. Like what? Show mercy on me, like what? Okay? I'm gonna look on this camera and tell you this all. Okay? Don't fuck with the prophets. Okay? Lord Yahweh should not warn you about that. Don't fuck with the prophets. It says, whoso scoffeth and say, I deprived the poor, he also should cry himself, it should not be heard. And that's in the kingdom. You're not going to be heard in the kingdom. I don't think you Edomites understand, starting with you doggone Amalekites, okay, on this job right here, you doggone wicked-ass, phony-ass kikes over there sitting in the state of Israel, okay? You're going to be the first fruits of slavery, okay? Whether it's one of the old Rockefeller or Rothschild, doesn't matter, or your grandchild, whoever it is coming from that lineage, you're going to be the first fruit of slavery, okay? And you better understand this. The first thing y'all going to be, the first order of business is to clean up the debt, which is going to be in the billions, okay? Tens of hundreds of millions. The next order of thing is you're going to beat those cows, beat your weapons with the plowshares, okay? Which will be the beginning of 10 centuries of hardcore, brutal slavery, okay? And let me put it to you this way. We are going to treat y'all like absolute, complete, and horrid shit in the kingdom. I don't think y'all can even fathom just how horrible y'all going to be treated. So have your fun and have your listen right now while you can. All right, let's go into the book of Psalms 10. The book of Psalms 10, starting verse 6. The book of Psalms 10, starting verse 6, and it reads, Okay, let's actually start from the top. Okay, and it reads, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after power. Power is not in all its thoughts." And we use the word power, we're talking about God. Okay, or we're talking about Yahweh. All right. His ways are always grievous, and judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Now, let's go back to that Venezuela thing. If you see Great Babylon America putting ships around your nation, which they have a tendency to do this when they do it using pilots. Okay, they starve out many nations. Okay, they use their CIA operative to execute. Okay, or assassinate leaders. Okay, they have one tribe against the other. Yeah, they use their money or the petrodollar, okay, to buy loyalty to this wickedness. So they use a whole lot of technique and strategies in which they destroy the innocent on this earth, okay. And the reason why they do it is because they don't feel like there's going to be any type of repercussion. But we can tell you right now, the repercussion is going to come from the Most High Yahweh Shai, through Lord Jesus. All right? So there's a repercussion. There is a repercussion. It says, "Yet setting aside, I should not be moved, for I should never be in adversity." Yes, you are going to be in adversity. First of all, when you get that MOTB up, okay, these people are going to realize you're absolutely useless, that you are absolutely not going to be good. So let's make America great again. I don't see anything great about America. Let's make America great again. All you people living in doggone squalor and poverty. Most of you still have doggone car payments you can't make. You're about a paycheck away from being homeless. You women are a paycheck away from sucking dick for a friggin' doggone for a slice of bread. Sitting with you doggone men too, because a lot of you men are closet faggots anyways. All right. It reads, "His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud under his tongue. It's mischief and vanity." So he talks bad about it. So here it is now. You're supposed to be the rescuer of the children of Asher, okay? The children of Asher, the tribe of Asher, which are the Venezuelans, okay? The Colombians, the Uruguayans, okay? Our South American brothers are from the northern tribe. But at the same time, a couple of months ago, and how quickly our people forget, how quickly they are to forget the damn devil. This man just said, okay, he called you people criminals, drug dealers. He's blowing up boats out there in the ocean. Maybe now he doesn't have to do that right now because he got what he wanted, which was the oil. So they're going to control the oil. Go and Google exactly what the amount of oil reserves is in Venezuela. And you will see that Venezuela has like about 10 times more oil reserve than the United States of America. But this greedy doggone devil, he can't keep his hands of other people's possession. The same way he came over here and slaughtered millions and millions of the children of Israel. Okay, the tribe of Gad. But y'all love that stuff. Y'all jumping around in the doggone streets all happy. Oh, Venezuela is liberated. Venezuela is not liberated. Okay? This man is about to show you all exactly what kind of devil, a devious piece of shit he really is. Okay? He sit in the lurking place of the villages, in the secret places that he murder the innocent resides, a privy set against the poor. Who's a poor? The poor are the children of Israel. All the hard work you do, all the things you do to make Great Babylon great, you people sit in squalors in your little doggone beat up old houses, pigeon poop all over your damn windows and shit like that. You can't even afford to even clean your own damn house. You're all like, look at it, squish up together. You call this rich? And you still got to pay taxes on this garbage? But you're proud of yourself. Because you've been conditioned to think like paupers and like a slave, rather than thinking like doggone kings. You accept this, you accept throwaways, you accept this bullshit. Okay? And that's all Jake's know how to do. Drive around with that doggone mariachi bullshit, man. Tinted windows and drive around with that mariachi bullshit. What the fuck is that going to do for you? Lied, wait. Secretly as a lion in his den. He lied and wait. Catch the poor. They'll catch the poor when you draw them into his net. Why? Because I people fall for the exact same crap. You all have Stockholm syndrome, man. You fall for the same crap over and over and over. Oh, well, that was a long time ago. Oh, well, things have changed and things have gotten better. We don't want better, man. We want the kingdom, okay? We want the kingdom. We don't want no damn better. You don't handouts from no damn caveman, man. Okay? That's a problem with you damn niggas and sticks, man. You can't think beyond freaking doggone just a little pepper in front of you, man. Alright? Oh, I got my taco to eat, I got my little chicken and wings to eat, and I feel good about my little 401k. That 401k is going to disappear. You're relying on something that you haven't even received yet. You're relying on something that still has to be an establishment in order for you to get a monthly payment from so-called 401k. You think they're going to give you a damn 401k? The Lord is not going to allow Esau. The Lord is not going to allow Esau to give you doggone eat where it's like shit, and you deserve it. He's going to take away the stay and the staff of bread from you doggone worthless, good for nothing eaters. All right, soft ass men. Scared of your own damn shadow. Don't stand up for a damn thing. All right, what the hell are you scared of? Technically, when you look at what did Yahushua say? Okay, the harvest is plenty. Okay, the laborers are few. None of you dudes want to take up your cross and go out here and step on the highway in the Bible and warn our people of the impending judgment. None of y'all want to speak against the system. You're just gonna play with a fucking puppy and freaking walk around with your little freaking shriveled up dick between your damn leg like a damn woman because you don't want to freaking don't be a man or a king. Because you scared of what people are gonna think. Okay? But then you expect the Lord to show you mercy when the time comes. You're crying, Jesus. Yeah, let's see if you're, like the scripture says, don't cry to your gods when the trouble comes. Y'all don't want to learn the true names of the power or the true names of the Messiah. Okay? You're comfortable being lost. You're comfortable being asleep. You are comfortable just being idiots. Soft. Okay? Let's go into 2nd Esdras. Let's go into 2nd Esdras 16. And we always like to talk about this because we talk about America that's going to be in a cusp of internal conflict. Okay? Now, some of you think about a race war. Some of you think about civil war. You think of red and blue. Okay? But it's going to be more of a class war because you're going to have the have and have-nots. The people that have a job, still making it, still spending, still, flaunting their wealth, and then you're going to have the people who don't have shit. You're going to have the people who thought they had the American dream, in the palm of their hands, and they was looking to retire, they was looking to do all these things, and all of a sudden it was just taken away just like that. So you were going to have war, okay, that's going to be not only a race war, but you're going to have a class war. So expect to see, okay, the west side going against the east side. You're going to have the middle part of this. I'm just going to use El Paso, for example, because if you look around here, there's different section of wealth. Okay, more on the east side, you have more your modernized houses. They're, bigger, or some of them are big. Most of them are medium-sized houses. Okay, in the middle part, where it first started because it was closer to the border. Okay, the houses are more dilapidated and poor, so more your poor people live there. Okay, and then you have in the west, which is where your old money is. Well, when things go down, you have about 700,000 people that's living out here in El Paso. What do you think? Where do you think the action is going to start? What, you think you people are going to look at each other and go, "Oh, we're going to work together and we're going to share food"? You're not going to share food. How the hell are you going to share food when you want the persons to hate each other? Every doggone week, you have people hitting down or killing a pedestrian and driving off. Don't even render aid to that person. Lack integrity. Do you people really believe that you're going to get together and somehow you're going to collect all your food and all your stuff together and help feed each other? No, you're going to pull your damn guns out and you're going to point it at each other and kill each other and take each other's stuff. That's exactly what the hell you're going to do. And the Lord is going to make sure you do it too. That's part of that tribulation. Let's go into 2nd Esdras 16 and starting with verse 68. Let's take a look at really what's actually going to be taking place, because you're going to see this going on out there in Venezuela real soon. Okay? And the Venezuelans that are over here, if they think that they're going to get on the plane and jump back and go back over there to a better life, you got to think again. But then again, if the Lord allow you to go back there, that means He probably won't keep you over here to die in a lake of fire. All right? This is 2nd Esdras 16, 68, it reads, Actually, let's start with 67 because this is for you doggone passive-aggressive men. And when I use the word man, it's only because biologically you're a man, but in my eyes, you're just a punk, a weakling. Okay, in the eyes of the Lord, you ain't shit. Okay? Because you're not doing this work. You don't follow his commandments. Okay, you worship the oppressor. You set the oppressor up above yours. It reads, behold, power himself is a judge, fear him, leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever, so shall power lead you forward, deliver from all trouble. For behold, the burning rod of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle the things offered unto idols. So there's a great burning fire. Right now you have, okay, all these other tribes out here are against the children of Israel. This is the reason why every time they want to make a statement, you know, they want you to take a new vaccine, or they want to send a message or change a law. Who do they use for an example as a reason to change those laws? Okay, they use you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, okay, and Hispanics. You're always going to be the scapegoat for all the problems of Great Babylon America. So right now, as these people are starting to lose their place in America, losing their jobs, losing their livelihood, who are they looking at blaming? Okay? They're looking at saying, oh, you immigrants, oh, you Hispanics, oh, you Latinos, oh, you blacks, y'all are the reason why. Okay, we're losing our houses, the reason why we're getting foreclosed, or the reason why businesses are going out. What did they use earlier this year? They used something called DI. The dumbest set of doggone people on this earth are these doggone Caucasians. Okay? The Edomites. They're the dumbest set of people. The smartest people, okay, are your Latinos, your Hispanics, your blacks, okay, your Native Americans. They're the smart people. Alright? They're the ones who build this nation. So how the hell you can doggone speak and call the people that build this nation and give y'all a soft landing? Okay? The cause of your downfall. No, though, Yahweh Shemal Shai is bringing your ass down. Because you have a time or a bound that you can't pass. It's just that simple. And y'all know it. You doggone elites, y'all know it. Alright? Because we tell it to y'all. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be led in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Why are you going to be trodden underfoot? Okay? Because you're not supposed to bow down to Baal. You're not supposed to bow down to this doggone devil. You're supposed to stand firm in faith. You're supposed to stand firm in the fact that who? That's why two verses up, it made it very clear who actually you should fear, who is actually the judge. So if you meet that demise, that means the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shai had sanctioned you for that. They should be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They should be like madmen, sparing them, spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And that's what they're going to do, because if they consider you to be, okay, a non-citizen, they consider you to be an illegal, they consider you to be a terrorist, they consider you to be somebody that's impinging or causing their society not to move forward, then they can turn around and say, you know what, we're going to expel you out of our society. This is the reason why you see this man is signing legislation to say that basically birthright citizenship won't work. They even trying to get a tribe of God out of the damn desert, saying that that's not theirs. So what we trying to tell you Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and so-called blacks is this: don't expect a fair shake. Your life is about to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? And you don't believe it because guess what? Hey, it's not happening to you. Okay? Many of you driving around right now, you think you're in good shit, you know, in a safe position. In a safe position. But if right now I have a whole battalion, okay, of ICE agents was to come here right now and grab one of y'all and slam you in the ground and freaking they're gonna grab you and haul you off from one of those internment camps, you'd be screaming like a little damn girl. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's all Jake is good for right there. That is the highest level of what these men in Great Babylon America can be. Rev up their engine, drive like a monkey ass retard. That's all you can do. That is the level of you doggone men, man. You men are such bitch asses, man. Why don't y'all be a man for once? Like, what is that supposed to do? But then if he flipped over, he would expect somebody to come over and pull over and feel sorry for his ass and render first aid to him. Okay? A little demon. But that's okay. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah has got a judgment for all of y'all, man. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam to all of you. And the Lord destroy some of you today, bro. Why you talking about that Lord? This is Isaiah 32, sound verse 9. Let's warn you women for a second here. Because right now you're seeing a lot of TikTok video and YouTube video. And guess what? Quite frankly, for you so-called black, Native American, Latino women, especially so-called black women, I don't know, what are y'all making these videos for? Nobody gives a crap. Seriously, I feel nothing when I watch it, except it reinforces exactly what the scripture said is going to happen to y'all. Let's go to Isaiah 32, okay? But I feel nothing for you. I would not lift a finger to help one of you doggone bald-headed, fat, friggin' doggone obese, friggin' doggone fish-smelling friggin' horse, man. Okay? It's Isaiah 32, verse 9, it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Listen to the man that are sound out here on the highway and the byway, doing lessons daily." Okay? Telling you, nobody's coming to your rescue. You're not going to have a man in your life. You're going to need it. A lot of you are pissed off and shit on so many men. A lot of men are ready to freaking doggone. There's a video I saw where there's a lot of these doggone Jake men, these 2/3 men, are saying if there's a civil war, the first thing they can do is they're going to go and eradicate or delete these black women because the black women is going to betray them. So you see that mindset there. It says, "Many days and years should be in trouble, you careless women. The business should fail, the gathering should not come." Okay, so at some point in time, the SNAP benefit will end for real. Especially as they're going into the 6G, and they're going to bring out their MOTV, which is this. Okay, they're looking for universal income, which means what the current system is going to be changed. Okay, the current system is going to be changed. They have a smarter computer right now that's going to be able to understand if you're committing fraud. So a lot of you women have gotten away with committing fraud for generations or decades. Your mom committed fraud, you committed fraud, your daughter's committing fraud, the friend that you know is committing fraud. A lot of you have been living on a system that cannot sustain itself. And they're putting, as the devil himself came out a few months ago and said, they're putting things in place there where they're going to be able to detect fraud. They're going to make you jump through a lot of hoops to get a fraction of what you was getting just last year. Okay? And most of you are so overweight, so fat, so obese, and so greedy, and so undisciplined in your spending that you're not going to know how to rebalance your life and how to adapt to the little that you get. Okay? Because we used to use this term in the islands, we used to call it big eye. You got big eye, you're greedy. Okay? Because you've taken on the ways of the doggone devil himself. It says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." Okay? They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful mind. And guess what? I'll look at this guy and I'll tell you, fat, chunky ass, worthless, stink-smelling whores up there. Okay? I'm not going to help you. I'm not even attracted to you. Quite frankly. You're not my type. Alright? I'm not going to help you. If you get kids, fuck you and your damn kids. Okay? I'm not going to help you. And I think a lot of brothers have the same exact mentality too. If the Lord ain't put the spirit in us to choose you, you're gonna be able to chill on your own. Okay? And we will not shed one doggone tear from your ass. May the Lord destroy your ass in the most horrific way. Okay? I told you. Okay? Rather than building and help building the kingdom, you damn women sided with the damn devil. Okay? Been killing a lot of Hebrews like men. Men that just wanted to have children, to be a loving father. Men that just want to take care of you. But instead, okay, they lost their life. Or they're sitting down incarcerated in some doggone shithole prison. Okay, because of you fat, overweight, obese, out of water women. So the Lord is going to avenge, okay, the man. Okay, he's going to learn you damn women a lesson. Okay, so ready for the spirit of man right now to make doggone mockery videos of your dumb ass. Okay, this is Jeremiah 37, verse 4. It reads, "And these are the words of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. But thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling of fear and not of peace. ask you now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Where do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness? And the reason why you're going to have a face turning to paleness, because, okay, you can ask yourself, like, how does a doggone dark-skinned man, okay, have a pale face? Well, you're going to have that continence or that continence or that spirit of fear. And the Lord is going to make that fear extra strong. In fact, that fear is going to be as strong as it was when we came into the truth and we found out. I'm only speaking for myself. When I found out the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, was not a nice guy at all. And when I started to look back at all the times that I should have been deleted or I should have been put to death, but I was in that, or I was in the crosshair of death, and I came out of it, I was like, oh my goodness. All the while, I've been showing mercy my entire life. Okay? When you understand the nature of the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shah, okay, then you have that fear. Okay? It's hard to explain that fear, but it's on a level you can't even begin to comprehend. Okay? It says, alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he should be saved out of it. It's only going to be the 130 left, so don't assume the Lord is going to be saved. Okay? Some dreadlock wearing, hair wearing, mini skirt wearing nigga and high heels with lipstick. Okay, or some Jake, okay, man that heard this truth, had the ability to come on and step out, do his role, or do his role, which is what? Step out here and make up. What did Yahweh Shai say? Okay, pick up your cross and carry your cross, make your body a living sacrifice. What the hell are you worrying about these damn people for, man? Huh? What are you worrying about these people for? These men are so weak. They don't deserve to be alive. Okay? They're not kings. They're not gods, man. Okay? The men of our tribes, with the exception of the elect men that are in understanding, are worse than the damn women, man. Okay? Worse than the damn women. All they do is walk with a cell phone, freaking they're going get anyways. But this is how it's going to be. So a lot of you women are going to be shocked to hell. Okay, when you see your big 6 foot 7, 8 feet tall or 7 feet tall, big old 300-pound muscle bound man crying like a little girl in the corner when them doggone sidewalks come and get them. Okay, you're gonna see what a man really is made out of when there's a shortage of food. Is he gonna feed himself or is he gonna feed his family first? Is he gonna feed his starving kids crying? Okay, is he gonna feed your fat ass bitch that could eat like freaking doggone a buffet in an hour? Okay. And this is what you can see that spirit of. You're going to see true leaders will take care of the flock. And a man's household, okay, roughly prophesied is actually going to be his greatest enemies. Because I can bet you, man out there, your woman, when she's given the option to be fed and taken care of by Esau, you can bet she's going to look at you and go, you ain't shit. She's gonna freaking turn to big pale daddy king. That's what I like to call him. Big pale daddy king. She ain't give a crap. She ain't show no loyalty to you. And then you men, the thing about it is y'all are so feminized. Y'all ain't even know to ditch that doggone broad that she's not even freaking doggone worth your life. Okay, cut your losses and move forward. That's why, because your whole life is revolve around this doggone wicked fat ass women, man. You are not in the spirit. You are not in the spirit of serving Yahweh Shemel Shah. You are not in the spirit, okay, of being a vessel for the Lord, okay, to speak to his people about the impending judgment that's coming, okay? And what do our people do? They walk with their head down like that because why? The Lord doesn't want you. Now you walking on the road over there like that, a car could swipe down and knock his bony ass right across in that damn bush. And then guess what? He'll be looking over, yeah, crying, and he'll expect me to drop my Bible and run across to the rescue ass. No, I'm going to switch the camera around, point it over there, and then I'm going to go into some scriptures that talk about that type of judgment. All right? And then I'm going to make a lesson on a clip of that. All right? That's exactly what I'm going to do. You will get a doggone twisted. We're not going to be putting out when the death has been sealed. Okay? When y'all are running to and fro looking for a message, a good hope, a word of hope. But see, y'all ain't going to have that. It's going to be very clear and obvious, okay, that this devil is after y'all. And you're going to want a message of hope. The difference between y'all and us is the fact that we understand that this devil has to do what he has to do. He's a hireling. Who does he work for? He works for Yahweh Shemel Shah. Who's the judge of all things? Yahweh Shemel Shah. Who the word we call God and Jesus. Most High, okay, have the last word. And he's assured the Son, Yahweh Shai, that he's going to protect the elect, or his chosen ones. So that's why Yahweh Shai told us, don't worry about it. Okay? But y'all ain't gonna know that. Because see, what y'all base y'all hope on, okay, is the words of men. Y'all base y'all hope on the words of men. Y'all base y'all hope on man promising you what they can do for you. How the hell this damn man can promise? They lied to you about going to the damn moon. And the Lord even demonstrated they can't get past the Van Allen belt by destroying a lot of their damn rockets and spaceships. Okay? Which I don't even consider them to be spaceships because they never got into space. So how the hell they could be spaceships? The real spaceships are going to be when Yahweh Shai return in the chariot in great power and glory. Let's go into Isaiah 3:8-12, and let's talk about this for a little bit here. All right? Isaiah 3, and let's start with verse 8. And it reads, this is Isaiah 3, start with verse 8, it reads, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord Yahweh Shai to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance, though, witness against them, and they declare their sins at Sodom. They hide it not, woe unto their soul, for they are rewarded evil unto themselves. Obviously, a lot of our men, and you see a lot of talks about certain places here in Great Bible America, like Atlanta. Okay, apparently, they say about 50% of the so-called black men in Atlanta are faggots. Okay? Now, see, this is what happens when you think you're in good shape. You know, you get a corporate jobs, and I know there's a lot of so-called black entrepreneurs out there. They get a little bit of money, you know, they shake hands with these Edomites. Okay, the first thing Esau likes to do when he gets close to you is he likes to take his finger, this finger here, and he likes to stick it up your ass, man. That's the thing about the damn so-called white man. Because he likes to finger fuck Jake a lot. But when I say finger fuck Jake, I mean finger fuck with Jake. Alright? So bottom line is this. Extreme success in this nation, okay, comes with a price. Okay, one of those is that deep, dark lust that goes against what Yahweh Shai say that we're supposed to be in. We're not supposed to be lusting after like that. You're a man, okay? You're supposed to be with a damn woman. It's just that simple. There ain't no if, buts, or ands about it. Now look right in the camera and I'll say it. The Lord hates faggots. It's just that simple. It says, say ye to the righteous, let us be well with him before they should eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, and should be ill with him, for the reward of his hand should be given him. Okay? So why? You're going to be, whatever you do, the Lord is going to reward you with your handiwork. Okay? Remember, Yahweh Shai is going to come back and he's going to give every man a reward according to his work. So if your work is always evil, guess what you're going to get? An evil reward. Okay? It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them, which is very true. O my people, that which lead thee, cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Because, okay, we all out in the world. Whether you truly gravitate towards it or not, you probably looked at the civil rights movement and thought that was a big supposed to go. Look at people like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, you thought they were great leaders. You probably look at, you know, the Oprah Winfrey and our athletes that has made it, you know, into the so-called stratosphere, which they're not. Okay, it's a joke as we look at it right now. And you thought those were ways for us to strive by. When you awake, you realize just how minute, just how little, just how insignificant, okay, the, how do I want to say, progress, or the progress of our people in Esau society is. It's so insignificant. It's laughable. It's laughable. Because we understand right now this devil is propelling certain individuals with the right quality of wickedness. Okay, for example, people like Mike Tyson. A man that's a drug addict, a accused rapist, okay, wasn't that great of a boxer pretty much after the age of 25. He was out of his prime by 25, which is horrible. Okay? By the time he was 25, he was already out of his prime. Okay? Indulge in all kinds of wickedness, adultery, and all kinds of shit. But they propped him up, and they gave him now a hemp farm or some shit like that. Right now, he's growing weeds or selling weeds or whatever the case is like that. Okay? Why can't they give him something different? So they look at him as an ignorant, illiterate piece of shit monkey that they can use, okay, really to entice people, because most of our men don't want to walk in the way of narrowness like that and go, okay, this is all I got, I'll do with it. Our people constantly looking to friggin' they won't have the adoration, okay, the admiration, okay, and the worship of other people to be accepted by everybody. And that's one of the limiting factors of Jake, is you so want to be accepted by your damn oppressor. Listen up, you don't want Esau near us. I don't want the damn devil near me. I don't want these Edomites near me, except the Edomite woman, of course, if you look good. But I don't like Edomite men. I really don't. Every time I see one, I make sure I step as far away from them as possible, because I don't trust them. All right? It's like a doggone, it's just like oil and water. We ain't gonna stick together. It's just the way it is. All right? I don't trust them. Why am I gonna cooch you up at your doggone ass when you're gonna be my slave in the future? All right? I'm not gonna cooch up with a doggone future slave man. All right? I don't like that. Anyways, you can see there, you're being that children, my children. Okay? As much as you hate to think about it, these damn imposters that's on this poster right here, these Amalekites, okay? These so-called Rockefeller, Rothschild, whatever the hell they are. They're children, man. Okay? They're children. Okay? And this is the reason why you see a war was in complete disorder. And this place, this is like Toys R Us and Chuck E. Cheese, all in one. Okay? Endless wickedness. Endless wickedness, man. That's why the Lord. That's why it was at the book of Amos 9:8, I think, says the eyes of the Lord is on a sinful kingdom. He's going to completely destroy this damn place, and that's coming from the Most High Himself. So if the Most High said, you best believe that it's going to happen. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, okay, and let's go with 1 Corinthians 1, starting verse 26, and. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 1, 7, verse 26, it reads, for you see your calling. Well, actually, let's start with verse 25. It says, because the foolishness of power is wiser than man, and the weakness of power is stronger than man. For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. So the Lord ain't calling Kanye Bassett. Who's the other guy? I can't remember his name. But every time they try to come out, they're Hebrews white. Okay, they got screwed over because see they can't separate Hollywood, okay, and being a pleaser of Esau and being a pleaser of Yahweh Shemel Shai, because you can't worship both. You're gonna like one and hate the other. Truly, they hate Yahweh Shemel Shai because how quickly, like Nick Cannon wrote a 10-page. They made him write a 10-page apology letter to these Amalekites. That'd have been a damn day. If you were surely all about Yahweh Shemel Shai, you'd have made a YouTube video looking that camera straight and said, man, fuck all of y'all. Take your damn shit. But they probably got something on your ass. Probably got him fucking a damn Billy Goat or some shit like that. Or getting fucked by a damn Billy Goat. So there's a lot more than real money. Okay? So the Lord never chose your ass, and that's why you're in that position to where bottom line is what's in the dark will come to light and show you for what you really are. Can you bear that? And it reads, continuing, it says, but power had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and power had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Now, it's not talking about physical weakness like, okay, we're weaker than Esau. We're not. Okay? What is it talking about is this. Power in this world is actually about money, wealth. We don't have that. We have just enough. The Lord gave us enough to sustain us, maybe help a brother or two, or whatever it is that the Lord has in mind. He's going to put the Spirit on you to do whatever He give you, to share it. He's going to put the Spirit on you to do it, Lord willing. Okay? Because we can't take it with us. But other than that, we don't have the power, okay, of these people that can create wealth just like that. Okay? 1 minute you're broke, next minute you're rich. Just so that they can do things like that. They can put you in every magazine, parade you around, cameras flashing and dashing. You can't even have a time. You can't even have any moment to yourself. Okay? And this can go to a lot of people's head with devastating results. It says, chosen men that are often looked at as nobody, okay, to go and do what? To preach his word, okay? That's why you have the house of Judah out there, which is Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, out in the highway in the Bible first, followed by all the other tribes that eventually would step out. And we got brothers from all the tribes that are out, okay, doing this work, okay? And we don't look like nothing great. You got a cell phone that's filming, or you got a camera, whatever the case is like that. Sometimes you have it may be one individual, you know, based on your schedule or location or locality, or you might have 15, 20 individuals or more, okay, based on your schedule and your locality. So however the Lord, Yahweh Shema choose it, nonetheless, it results in the exact same thing. You go there and we bring out the truth. We exalt his name, okay? We let Esau, my so-called white man, know, brought him, who's the devil of the Bible, so we go know that there's a higher power than you. And we know it. We pray to him, okay? We pray to them, I should say, okay? That they turn around and they fuck your damn ass up. All right? Let's go into John 15. This is the book of John 15, starting with verse 19. And it reads, because you was never a part of this world. Even when we was in the world, somehow we was already different. You felt it, kind of, you're looking for answers, you felt it. You just didn't know where to get it. And then we were awakened at the right time. And then when you awaken with a lot of anger. Me, I was out in the world for 4.5, almost 5 decades before I found out I was even a Hebrew Israelite. Almost 5 decades. So, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of so yeah, walk you out of one. It's exactly how I feel. Alright? It's John 15, standing in verse 19, it reads, if you were of the world would love its own. Of course, you are not of the world, but I've chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Why they hate you? Because you're not part of this system. You're not part of these doggone retarded ass people driving around there metal coffee. You don't operate on their level. You operate on a different level. See, they operate on the level of just music, driving around, trying to drown out their sorrows. These doggone dudes walking around trying to act like they're cool, or they trying to like act like they compose and stuff like that. When we already know in the book of Jeremiah it says y'all gonna be like little bitches. Okay, so we're not impressed. Okay, we know you have no honor, no integrity. We already know who the devil of the Bible speaks of. We already know these other tribes, they don't like your ass. And like dogs. When you see, throw a scrap on the ground. I don't care how much you see a lot of dogs together. Throw a scrap on the ground and put it to a bunch of hungry dogs and watch them. And eventually one dog will get that. And that's usually the alpha dog. Alright? It says, remember the word I said unto you, the servants not greater than Lord. If they persecuted me, they also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Okay? So they don't know the Lord Yahweh Shai. They don't know the Most High. They rejected Yahweh Shai. They chose a murder, okay, over the Savior. Okay, one of his blood to be on their children. Well, that's what you're getting exactly right now. Okay? You asked for it, so now you're getting it. So what are you crying about? So we're not going to be a part of the world. You're not going to be a part of relatives and stuff like that. And there's a lot of temptation that we go through, you know, where you have people coming out of the blue. Oh, I'm your long lost sister. I'm long lost brother. You know, and then next thing you know, you get a whole 200, 300, 400 people you've now met in your life that you can now engage in, that you don't have to be alone, that you can help visit you and all that stuff and blow smoke in your ass and tell you how great you are and what you accomplish in the world and blah, 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 blah. Okay? And these are all going to things like that. And these are tests. The Lord Yahweh Shema might send your way. Alright? And that's why you got to resist that temptation. Not to be a worldly person. Alright? Trying to covet the things of this earth. Because that's what people like. There are people who can't even want to take a piss without having a doggone a posse with them. Seriously. I'm not talking about men. Can't walk alone. Alright? Just to go take a damn piss. So how are you people going to be dealing, okay, when your best friend is put to death? How are you going to deal, okay, when the people who are in your posse are and put to death. How you people going to manage that? Okay? You're so fragile. The people are so fragile. Okay? They're very fragile and predictable. Let's go into James 4, verse 4. Let's talk about the friendship of this world. Because if this world likes you, you should be concerned. So the more hate you get, the better it is. Okay? People go, how is it that you like to be hated? Because when I am hated, it means that I'm not part of this world. Okay? Especially if I didn't do shit to your ass. Okay? I'm not a part of this world. Don't need to be. I don't care to be. Especially here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, a place that is a sick, demented, okay, demonically possessed place with a bunch of worthless, useless ass people with their phony ass, two-faced and backstabbing. You already know you people ain't gonna work together, man. Okay? You already know you people. You people are not gonna work together. Okay? You're gonna put each other to doggone death, or at least you're gonna attempt to. Alright? This is James, the book of James 4, and verse 4. It reads, "Ye adulterers, know ye not that the friendship of the world is an enmity with power? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is an enemy of power." So if the world likes you, if you're, let's use example J-Lo, you know, Nicki Minaj. These are people, they thrive on attention. They thrive on being the in thing. They love to read about themselves. They love to read about them being an inspiration for these young whores, so to speak. You got these 40-year-old, fat-ass, obese bitches wearing the panties on stage, but your daughter is supposed to idolize and model herself after that. This is what Great Babylon America put in front of you. And because there's no father, and even if there's a man in the house, he's so pussy fucking whipped, okay, and so beaten down in his mind, okay, by Great Babylon America, who tells him that he can't be a man, and it's shameful to be a man here in Great Babylon America, that he allows something like that. So you can't even be a man, okay, in this wicked ass place. You can't even be a man in this place, more or less a king. Well, let me tell you this. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah has raised gods, okay? He has raised gods. Each and every brother you saw in the highway and the byway is a god. So we're not men, okay? We're already past that. So you doggone little pacified little bitch ass niggas and spicks, you can't even be a man in your own house. You can't even be a man in your own house. This society shame you. Alright? It says, the thing that the scripture said to me, the spirit that dwelleth in us, thus it commanded, but to give it more grace. Wherefore, he said, power resisted the proud, but gave grace unto the humble. So we ain't no proud. Okay? They said pride go before destruction. Pride go before destruction. You know, you talk about Anthony Joshua about 2 weeks ago, almost went into the spirit world. So what would all that money that he won in that boxing match would have done him? No good. No good. Is he going to learn from it? Highly unlikely. Okay? Highly unlikely he's going to learn from it. But the Lord blocked him from pursuing that crap that his best friend, who the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai put to death, okay, pursuing that doggone, that crap, okay? Islamic bullshit, dude. You don't need to work. You got more than enough. Why can't you be out there in England? Okay, sign up in a corner. You're Anthony Joshua. You have something, do the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. Or at least as the apostles and them was talking about it, and brothers and was talking about it. If you're not going to be out there, then be behind and contribute. Brothers could use more better robes or newer robes. Okay, you could create a mini factory where you could make robes for brothers. Okay, brothers can use better signs. You got a lot of brothers with signs that they had to hand make. They didn't have $400 to spend for like the signs that I have, which I designed these on the computer, so I fixed, and then had them made, and of course I look for discounts. But brothers in different financial situation, so they hand do it. Can we have a wealthy brother like Anthony Joshua contribute to making better signs for the brothers out there? He can, but but they're not going to because he's not allowed to. Because why? He's a part of the world. Let's go into the book of John. I think already. Actually, let's go back in the book of John again. There's a chapter, there's a precept before that. This is John 15. And starting with verse 16. 15, so it says, actually, let's start with verse 14. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me. So basically, right, let me pause right there. So Yahushua is making it very clear. If the Most High told him something, he's going to tell us. This is the reason why the Most High didn't tell him probably on a certain day this year, you're going to come back. Okay, because you can imagine, if that was the case, it would have been written. We would know. Esau would know. Okay? Esau would know. See, the uncertainty or not having the actual exact date or time of when Yahushua is going to burst through those clouds and come. Okay? It works in two ways. One, it makes Esau think that they could somehow escape the judgment. Two, it keeps us on our toes because we don't have a definitive date. We're not going to say, okay, in the year 2030, Yahushua is going to come. So I'm going to wait until 2029 to pick up a Bible, go to the highway and the byway to do the work. Or just a few short months. Because being in this flesh, we would do shit like that. So that's why this is more like a marathon. Okay, they put you to run, but don't give you an exact finish line. They tell you keep running until we say stop. So are you gonna go down and rush real quick and burn out your energy? Hell to the hell no. You take your time because you don't know exactly how far you're gonna go until maybe in the distance you see, oh, that might be the finish line right there. We can know the finish line. Okay. When the elect has been sealed and these judgments are really piling up on this earth. And we can know the true finish line is when we get beamed up on the chariot. Alright? When we go and get that rest, and the Lord, Yahweh shall continue to pour the judgment on this earth. Okay? Those last sets of judgment. Okay? We're not going to be on earth for those. Okay? So, then we get to watch what? We get to watch the reward of the wicked from the chariot. Lord willing, one part of that elect. Okay? Because a lot of us, we desire not to see death. We desire to actually get beamed right up from this body. Go right through it, see the fall of Esau, see the coming of Yahushua, and then get beamed right up, not even actually see death. You know, we kind of walk in that kind of spirit too. You know, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to. Like, you know, it's the way it is. We walk in that spirit. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I've chosen you, and ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whosoever you should ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." So we always have to pray to Yahweh Shem Shah for everything. Okay? Over and over and over, and that's just only one time. Okay? The fruit remain, if we continue to do the work and make the videos and come on the highway and the byway, then at least then it's always there. Okay? Just keep in mind how Jake is, man. Jake like to go, okay, I'll go there later. They might stop one time and go, oh, okay, I'll come back a little later. But if they come back later and you're not there, guess what? Jake them quickly move on to something else, you know? So this is the reason why we can't be derelicts in our duty, okay, as far as doing this work. We always have to constantly be pushing. That's why you out there. That's why you always have the apostles always say, hey, man, do the work. And even he said, you know, it comes to the say all the time, like, is he going to make it to the end? Is he going to make it to the end? Okay? Because we're in this flesh. So, you may have a man that might know more than you and is a leader, but at the same time, too, he's still in this flesh. We all desire the same thing, the crown of life. You know, we all feel, we all need to eat, you know, we all have a sense of belonging to something or somebody, okay? So it's just those things, all right? This is Matthew 10, starting verse 38, it reads, Actually, let's start with verse 36 says. Actually, verse 35 says, 34, let's go. Think not I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. For I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against a mother, and a daughter-in-law against a mother-in-law. And you're going to have that, you and have them amongst us. I've been estranged from my father for like almost 40 years. And I've tried to make the move for us to get together, but the spirit isn't there. It just isn't. Okay, and he's very much into the world. I try to tell him the truth, but he's an old bottle. Okay, he's very much into the world. He has this anger against me. He's always hated me, even when I was a child. I'm not gonna drive myself not to go get his love. I don't need his love, quite frankly. All right, and all it's gonna do is distract me. Okay, and put other mental issues or other mental issues that I already have that I don't need, that actually has no value. So I'm not looking for those other relatives or next of kin or whatever cases like that. It is what it is. The brothers, I got more than enough brothers and sisters in this ministry. And the Father, to me, okay, and you elder brothers, the apostles, we gotta learn this truth. Okay? That's enough for me right here. And I don't concern myself about other those craziness. That's just me. It's just how I was built. Alright? It wasn't concerning. You know, the stepmother died and they didn't even let me know. That's fine. Alright? Should be in the spirit world. It says in the man, it says, he that loveth his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. So again, there are jakes out there with the ability to take up the cross and do this work, but they don't. Okay, this is too mundane for most of these people. These people look at this and they look at this and they just think this is entertainment. This is something for them to look at and laugh at. Take a little picture. Oh, I see that guy out there every week. Oh, he's dressed funny. So you become a sight for them to see every Sunday. In fact, it's going to the point to where beforehand I would get a lot of horns blowing or people wave at. Now they're not doing it because now I've become part of the street corner here every Sunday or whatever I come on here. And so right now, it doesn't serve any value to them. They become numb to the message that is being preached up here. It's become numb to them. They don't care. Who's that Negro? Or whatever they want to say in Spanish. But you Northern Kingdoms, you outnumber the Negroes in this country. When they come down, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, as you see, they're already doing it right now. But that's about to take another level. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, it says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth life for my sake shall find it. Okay? And that could mean a whole lot of things. Brothers have plans in life to go do a lot of things. And in this kingdom, the Lord puts you in the spirit to choose this. And you don't look back. You don't look back. And I'll have an actual real purpose. For once in my life, I have a real purpose. Because I was lost as hell out there. I was lost. I can tell you right now, I was lost. I did everything I thought I was supposed to do in the world. Get the degrees, the certifications, all those things. And got what? Just headaches. All right, let's go into Luke 9, verse 59. Now let's talk about the beckoning of the world. Because the world constantly beckons you. Okay? But as you start to build more, as you start to have a stronger root in this ministry and in this truth, okay, the beckoning become more laughable. Because you know it's bullshit. Nothing as this man promises really is enticing. Honestly, every time I hear them talk, I just like laughing a while. I can't believe people are actually dumb enough to fall for this shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And when you think about that, it's a scary thing. That I once fell for the doggone okie dokie in the world, just like how these people are falling for it. I truly believed in the bullshit. I really did. Okay, and that's a very scary thing to believe. that if the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai did not pull me out of the world, I can't even tell what the hell I would be into right now. There's nobody can take you out. Nobody can show you the light except Yahweh Shai. No one can. No one can. I don't care who it is. You will never wake the hell up. You will never, ever wake up. Because the Lord doesn't wake you up. You will never wake up. Ever. Ever. It's Luke 9. Started verse 59 that reads, and he said, I want you to not follow me, but he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. So, excuses. And Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, but go down and preach the kingdom of power. Alright? You ain't got time for all that emotional shit. But you understand what death is. Okay, it goes, your spirit goes back up to the Lord Yahweh Shai, the Most High. And then he brings you back to life as a baby again. Okay, again and again and again. So this ain't the first time. I can't remember how I died last time. I don't remember. I don't think anyone knows when you died. You can't remember when you died. All right. You can't remember your life. So you got people who want to make excuses and stuff. It says, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go and bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. So this is procrastination. Procrastination. This is that thing that draws you into the world. That procrastination. Okay? You want to please the world first before you're going to please the Messiah. How about you not God? And that's a dangerous thing. And that's a dangerous thing. And Yahushua said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of power. And that could come to you in a lot of slick ways. A new opportunity. You might want to resume something that you was doing before, a project, certification, a degree, something that you might feel like you might be better suited right now to get it because you've had time to really think about it or whatever the case is like that. Something that can fill in the gaps. And I had that on me. That urge. And what could that do? That could then take up all the time. Now you're doing less work or no work at all. Your conversation is not a conversation of righteousness. It becomes worldly conversation. Certainly now, the same type of people that you had expunged from your life are now back into your life, except Lord Yahweh Shemel might put the worst kind of people in your life that is going to drive you eventually into the spirit world in the worst way. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel 33, verse 4, and it reads, then, okay, basically actually, and I read this the other day, okay, and really I'm going to summarize it. What it talks about is, basically, we are the watchmen for Yahshua. We see the danger. We know the face and identity of the devil, okay, which is the so-called white man. We know who they are. They came from the caves. They were despised by society. We know that the Lord Yahweh is not trying to destroy their kingdom before, raise them back up. They go to the Renaissance and change the image of Mosai, the Son, the prophets, all the dignitaries of the scriptures. Okay, and here they are today in a revived Roman Empire, speaking great and great things, blaspheming the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay, persecuting his people. So we know all of that and we bring it out. And we warn our people about it. We warn our people about okay. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Tawada Tawada Yahweh Shai. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. May the Lord destroy you. Okay? So that whore in the car, I think I didn't see that she snapped a photo. But may the Lord destroy you. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. Baba Shaba, Shaba, Shaba. Tawada Yahweh Shai. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam. May the Lord destroy you. May the Lord destroy you. Okay? See, people are going to understand. Okay? This is not a joke. Okay? There's a lot of pride and a haughty spirit before the fall. And may the Lord destroy that little dingy poor inside there. May the Lord destroy her. Shalak Rayom Mashapayam, Shalak Rayom Mashapayam, Abakashab, Abakashab, Tawada, Yahabashmashai. Okay? Destroy her and that little whore. Okay? But that's it right there. Okay? That's it right there. I see that's a problem right there. Okay? These women think that they're indestructible. These people think that they all have it all together. They think they know what they're doing. They think they will see tomorrow. But Jessica Alpadero got yanked out of this underwear, or this compound in Venezuela. Lord Yahweh Shema Shai can raise this devil up to give each one of you, Jake, your own personal, well-crafted judgment. All willing to the Father, closer like an all going on to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakdash, Shalom.